Welcome to Wonderful Wednesday, champions. It is day 3 of Plot Mountain. Hopefully you're starting to get the hang of it. Remember, we have a natural rise and fall of our story, which we're only doing fiction today. Here are those definitions again. So we have our Plot Mountain. See if you know where everything goes. Pretty easy to remember that 3 is all the way at the top. The most important part is the climax. And we're going to practice again today with another story. So today's story, I think you've noticed the theme this week, is I picked some common, they're almost like nursery rhymes. So we're going to read The Little Red Hen, and we're going to put all of it onto Plot Mountain. So I'm going to read it to you first, and then we'll go back and put it in order. Number 1, the little red hen ate the bread all by herself, enjoying every bite. Number 2, the little red hen did all the work while the other 3 lazed around all day and refused to help. Number 3, when the bread was done, the pig, the duck, and the cat all said that they were ready to eat it. Number 4, the pig, the duck, and the cat refused to help plant the corn. Number 5, she told them they could not eat the bread since they had done none of the work. Number 6, the little red hen lived with a pig, a duck, and a cat. Number 7, the pig, the duck, and the cat refused to take the corn to the mill or help bake the bread. Number 8, the pig, the duck, and the cat refused to help the little red hen cut the corn. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to try today. So pause the video. Even if you don't know the story, you can kind of go through and decide, okay, this is the beginning, and it kind of gives you some clues as to the way the story should flow. So I'd like you to pause, I'd like you to try yourself, and let's see how you do. All right, let's see how you did. Even if you don't have it correct, that's okay. So let's take a look. The beginning of the story is number 6, where it tells us the characters. The little red hen lived with a pig, a duck, and a cat. Then I had number 4, the pig, the duck, and the cat refused to help plant the corn. Number 8, the pig, the duck, and the cat refused to help the little red hen cut the corn. And number 7, the pig, the duck, and the cat refused to take the corn to the mill or help bake the bread. They didn't want to do anything. Number 2, the little red hen did all the work while the other 3 lazed around all day and refused to help. That's just rude. Number 3, when the bread was done, the pig, the duck, and the cat all said that they were ready to eat it. Number 5, she told them they could not eat the bread since they had done none of the work. And finally, number 1, little red hen ate the bread all by herself, enjoying every bite. So how did you do? Some of them probably could have been in a different order. Any of these 3 really. But I just did it by, they had to plant the corn, and then cut the corn, and then take the corn to the mill. So I just kind of did it in that order. Alright, so now let's figure out the beginning. Obviously, it's the first one, number 6, where it talks about the characters. Now, where was the turning point in this story? I believe the turning point is number 3, where the animals were saying, okay, the bread's done, I'm ready to eat, because you're asking yourself, whoa, I wonder what Little Red Hen's going to do. So the other ones are all rising actions that lead up to the climax. Then we have number 5. She tells them no because they didn't help. And finally, she eats it and enjoys it herself. Good for you, Little Red Hen. Today's story is called Lotus and Feather. It's on Storyline Online, and I'd like you to fill out Plot Mountain like we have been doing. So draw your mountain just like this. Remember, I just want at least one thing at the beginning, 2 or more things rising action, 1 thing in the middle, 1 or more things for falling action, and 1 thing at the end, okay? So again, you could be writing no more than 6 things. They can be phrases. We will go over this story tomorrow when we go over Storyline, go over Lotus and Feather together. If you have questions, feel free to ask. You could also wait for the WebEx tomorrow and we'll go over it together. Thanks, champion.